I have a question, ladies and gentlemen, and this sounds very straight to the Christian and to other religion and religious leaders. My friends, I have been asking myself, when God is with you and He says, I'll be with you in every situation, does it mean that when you spouse are going to your bedroom after dinner in the evening, do you leave God outside your bedroom and you tell Him bye-bye for today, but we shall meet in the morning when the morning comes? Because you don't want Him to know the activities that you are performing in your bedroom. Gentlemen, let God be in your bedroom, in your matrimonial bed, in your bathroom, in your every activity that most of the religious call them dirty activities.
Good evening, viewers. This is your host, Moses Kuria. I welcome you again to King Gen Generational for Christ, where we talk about marriage issues and challenges and discuss on the solutions that we've been. Since the last episode, we were with Uncle John, marriage counselor. So, Uncle John, how has your week been? It's been a while since we talked.
Thank you very much, Kuria. I just would want to say that I've been out for a while. I've been busy. I've been writing books on counseling, but now I'm back and I'm thankful that I'm back.
Thank you. We are happy to have you. As you remember, as we've watched through the social platforms, many of our viewers have been requesting for you, and now Uncle John is with us. I remember the last episode, you had shared something about the vertical and horizontal aspects of our relationship. And today, we'd like to take a keen look at the vertical aspect of our relationship. And to start us off, what is sexuality? Maybe there's a lot of definitions outside, but kindly tell us, what do you know is sexuality?
Before I talk about sexuality, I would want to say that marriage relationship is in two ways. Vertical relationship is what you relate you as a couple to God. Horizontal is what you relate yourself together, you as the lady and the man. Thank you for the question that you are asking about sexuality. Sexuality is not sex the way people think. Sexuality is your whole being. God created you as a female and created you as a male. That maleship is what we call sexuality. Femaleship is what we call sexuality. Every part of your body is involved in sexuality. Your eyes, your ear, your brain, your heart, your legs, and your hand. That is the sexuality. Thank you.
Now that you've mentioned God in the discussion, I wanted to ask a simple question.
Yes.
Is God related to our sexuality?
Thank you very much. If God created you, each and every part, there is no part that He did not create for a purpose. And He gave each and every part a gift. He gave eyes a gift of eyesight, gave your head a gift of mind, and He gave your hand a gift of touching. Yes, to answer that question, God is interested with your sexuality.
Now that you've explained that well, there's a question I want to put it out there. Maybe you can assist us. And this is specifically to bedroom matters.
Yes.
Are there activities in marriage that should and others should not be involved with God?
That's a very good question. And I would want the audience to be attentive. One thing I should tell everybody who is listening to this is that bedroom matters, sometimes we consider them private and confidential. Some of the religions call it a dirty job, so they do not want to discuss it. Let me tell you that when we do not want to discuss our bedroom matters, we build walls. Walls are built by bricks. They are not built in one day. They are built one day at a time, a day at a time. Now the question is, these are roadblocks which prevent us to walk with God. Let me ask you one question. How do we break these walls? The unique book of God, Romans chapter 6 says, we should not surrender any part of our bodies as an instrument of wickedness. And when that Bible talks about surrendering any part of our body to wickedness, it does not disseminate or segregate part of our body. If it is a rag, it's a rag. If it is a mouth, it's a mouth. If it is our private bodies, it is our private bodies. I would also continue answering that question and say that in the book of Colossians chapter 3, it says, whatever you do it with God in mind. Finally, the Bible says that God will be with you even in the valleys of the shadow of death, even in the valleys of the shadow of sicknesses, even God will be with you at the bedroom.
Thank you, Uncle John. But if we just stick to the vertical wall, you've brought up a good aspect about the vertical aspect. You've just explained and we've understood as viewers. But I want to ask maybe a question that has been disturbing us. How do we break these roadblocks that affecting our vertical relationship with God? Because you realize in many relationships, you might find whether if the couple are they are both born again, they come from different denominations, and that even if the aspect is horizontal, it can affect the relationship with God, which is, you've well explained, is vertical. So maybe you can tell us, if we are in marriage, how do we keep our vertical access to God still healthy, still the line still open in marriage?
Thank you very much. I guess those people who asked those questions are listening to this interview. But I want to thank those people and tell them that it does not matter the religion. I may be a PCA married to a Catholic. I may be a Muslim married to a Christian. But all in all, God is one. There is no God for Muslim and God for Christians and God for the Anglican churches. God is one. And when you both are joined together in holy matrimony, it appears that there is a vertical relationship. That vertical relationship, which we said that we build walls and we build roadblock one by one brick by one, it should be understood that we should always make sure that we destroy this roadblock. I want to say something very clear here, my interviewer, Courier. When God says, I'll be together with you in all ways, it does not mean that I'll walk with God and when I am entering in my bedroom, I leave my God at the door of the bedroom. He will always be with me. I also want to tell you that any activity in the bedroom, for example, when I'm changing my clothes and I'm naked, God does not close his eyes. When me and my wife are having activities of intimacy, which some of the religions call it a dirty activity. God does not view it as a dirty activity, and He is there within that bedroom. He is welcome in that bedroom. When we tell God to close His eyes when we are in the bedroom, we are building walls. When you talk to your wife and you talk to your husband in that bedroom, He is hearing. Even when you are facing the other side of the bed and the husband is facing the other side of the bed, God is watching. I just want to tell you that God is watching in every activity that we are doing in our bedroom. It does not matter the religion. It does not matter if it is a custom wedding or it doesn't matter how you have joined together. But provided you have dedicated yourself to the will of God, God is always with you. To add something into that, I would want to say something. Most of the issues, and now I'm addressing to the couples, I just want to tell them that intimacy does not start in the bed of the bedroom. That bed in the bedroom, that is not where intimacy starts. Intimacy starts at the throne of mercy. Intimacy starts in heaven, because it is God who created those parts of your body that bring intimacy, and He created them with a purpose. It's a gift for a man and it is a gift for a female. So the intimacy that we have in our bedroom, it starts in the throne of mercy, all the way back in heaven, and God is watching how you utilize that gift. Thank you.
You've heard it, our viewers. God is interested in what you do. God created each part, and even in the bedroom, God has not closed His eyes. So you should not be afraid. You should not be shy of each one of you. God is there with you, and He's there to spice your marriage. He's the potter. Now, that's enough from us today. We thank you and we appreciate you, and we hope you keep sending those questions, those requests to Uncle John. Uncle John, we thank you again. We cannot say more enough. Thank you for having you on the show. Remember to subscribe and like. Any other parting shots that you might have for our viewers?
Yes, thank you very much. Today we are discussing about the vertical relationship between the spouse, and you have asked about how we join together and how the intimacy, if God is interested with our sexuality. Thank you very much for those questions. But before we leave, there is something I would want to tell the audience. How do we break the roadblock? How do we break that roadblock, that wall between us and God? Breaking the wall that prevent us to relate to God vertically, it is very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do we break that wall? This wall is actually built in our bedroom. Allow God to come to your matrimonial bed. Allow His power, allow His potential, allow His great divine love, which will enhance your intimacy of relationship. Because if God made sure that you have each and every part that He created in you, allow Him to intervene with His divine power. Thank you very much.
La vida es un carrusel. La vida es un carrusel.